Happy new month, everyone. This is Heather Cannon, the United Distance Stars co-founder and executive director in the US of A. I'm not going to spend too much time this month. I didn't bring any special guests because it's been kind of busy for Liberia, but I did want to highlight on a few things. We're May 1st now. So we've had about 4 months with our new cohort that started in January. So they are definitely doing more of their practicals. By the second month of training is when they start their practicals. They really take time during the first month and a half to 2 months to kind of talk about, the theory, but also expectations of whatever trade skill they are learning. And it really kind of sets them up to put their skills to work. Another thing you want to know about our vocational training program is it's really like coming to a job. They really try to make sure it's set up in a professional setting. They have their uniforms, so they have to, be presentable. They have to work with others. So some of those basic skills we all need to have in the workforce, and they really set it up that you're coming to a job and this is what you're expected to do during that period of time. So as they progress through each part of their course, which they try to break it into quarters, they have an expectation to do this part of their training and to be able to demonstrate that. And they do test out. They have to show that, okay, these are the skills I've learned so far, and this is what I need to do to ensure that I've presented myself in a way that says yes, or demonstrate that I know what I'm learning. So that's a big part of what we do for vocational training. One of the things we just did on Saturday, we did our virtual tea time. We started these in July of 2022, and these are just great events. They're casual, they're fun, but they're also a way of connecting our supporters, our volunteers, our board members here in the USA with our students and staff in Liberia. And I'm reading this book right now called The Price of Humanity, How Philanthropy Went Wrong and How to Fix It by Amy Schiller. And one of the things that I liked in here that really supported this virtual tea time was it's an opportunity to extend outside one's bubble, to meet and understand the lives of people with greater needs. And that's what this virtual tea time really is. So we do an icebreaker. So this last Saturday, the icebreaker was, what brings you joy? And there was some connectivity between both sides. One of the popular ones was like being with nature. But other people over there found just getting educated brought them joy. Learning something brought them joy. And it's really powerful because not everybody that's going to support us is going to be able to travel to Liberia. And this is a way of bringing both groups together. The next part is the guests, which can be donors, board members, volunteers. We do a roundtable, and they can ask questions of the students. So the questions can be like, how close do you live to the center? And how do you get there? Or, what is your school year like? Those are some of the questions we just had. And then either the students or staff or our co-founder, Kelvin Fomba, will answer these questions. Then we turn it over where the students can ask the guests questions. So it's really building that community, and and again, none of these questions are vetted ahead of time. So as Kelvin and I are hearing these questions, we have no preparation. So it just really makes it real, that we're a nonprofit. We're a small nonprofit, but we're still a business. I think that's sometimes a misnomer that nonprofit is not a business. It is a business. We don't have shareholders, but we have our beneficiaries, the people that we're trying to build up their lives. So as a supporter of United Distance Stars, you are helping these young people learn skills, either find jobs or become an entrepreneur to better their lives, to support their families. I mean, we've shared stories in the past. Just this year, we had a electrician graduate from 2019 who used his electrician skills to pay for his bachelor's degree in biology, and now he's shooting for a master's in the medical field. So you help them achieve bigger goals than just learning the skills. And one of the things I like about this book too, it's like sometimes we think we look at it as a numbers game, but it's more than numbers. These are all people, and they all have unique lives like we do, and they all have their individual challenges. And the goal of Uniting Distant Stars is to build a space for them to thrive and grow and learn. And when they leave, they are ready. They are ready to hit the ground running. They have the confidence, the knowledge, and the ability to do what they need to do. And many of them have. Again, we've been sharing stories. We've had a few people on our videos in the past, but it's very important. The other thing we highlighted in this last virtual tea time is our academic quizzing team. We had our teacher, Tony Zoa. We had two of his students, Junior and Martha Lynn, both there. And they've been winning trophies the last 3 years. And sometimes the junior high, because we're slowly getting into high school, but the junior high was competing with high school students. We are doing our best to achieve academic excellence. And our academic school was something where it was collaborated with the community. The community wanted us to bring the academic school to them. They were being priced out by private schools. The tuition was going up and they couldn't afford it. So there was negotiation between them and our team in Liberia to figure out how can we make this affordable and sustainable. This was in 2018. 6 years later, we still have this school. And we also, because, you know, people, families, parents, guardians, whatever, they are working 6 days a week, especially if they're selling in the market. They're working long days. So the other thing that makes our program successful is we offer our PTA meetings on Sundays in the afternoon. That way they can come. Sometimes people do PTAs maybe on a weekday evening, and these people can still be out in the market until 9, 10 at night. And so this way they can be there. They only meet 6 times a year because we have 6 periods, 3 periods per semester, and they have a chance to hear how their students are going. They get how their children are doing or their young people doing. They get the report cards and the test papers, so they know right away. Again, it's transparent. That's another way we try to achieve academic excellence. One of our students, Godfrey Barlone, he was selected, and he's going to be part of this camp that is in affiliation with USAID, and it's a partnership between the University of Liberia and Yale University here in the USA. So it's like a 5-week camp that is focused on science and math that's related to healthcare. And this is a really exciting opportunity for him. And this really just shows that he was able to get through the vetting system. And he was one of, I think, 21 selected for this camp. And so we really are trying our best to give these young people the opportunity, but to make it affordable. Again, it's meeting people where they are. You know, schools can be it in for the money, to make it a profit center. But that doesn't mean anybody's learning anything. We want to make sure our students can graduate. And we're also providing vocational training now for our junior high and senior high kids. So that way they can graduate with their diploma and also already have skills. This is how they're going to make it into the world. So this is just an update on who we are, what we're doing. I do also want to say we do this every month. Happy birthday to everybody born in May. Kelvin, our co-founder, held his fundraiser last month. He's almost raised his goal of $1,200. So this is our second birthday fundraiser for the year. We had Flocka May do hers in January. And so if you want to support us, you can do a Facebook fundraiser, Instagram fundraiser, whatever fundraiser you want to do, because where it goes back into these children and youth. It's either buying the materials they need to learn, because vocational training requires materials. It requires learning materials or equipment, whatever it is. It also can help continue to make the place better. You know, sometimes we have to redo desks. Sometimes we have to, you know, eventually we might get into whiteboards. We're still doing chalkboards and chalk. So you're helping pay for the chalk, or printing the learning materials, because there's not a library, or there's not a bookstore with all the books. So what they do is they take a book that the children need to read and they redo it, and so they can print it out so everybody gets a copy. So every child gets their book that way, because it's not like here where everybody gets the same book. And so they are being as creative as they can to ensure the kids and the young adults that are in our vocational training program get what they need to be successful. And you help make that possible, because this is really a community venture. You know, everybody doing their little part makes a big difference, because it's not just the one person, it's the many people you're helping. I think sometimes we get caught up in the individual, but when we create spaces where more people can benefit, that has a greater impact, because it has a positive impact, especially in the community. If you were to go to Liberia today, you would know that we are a hub within that community. We are a place where people know that they can come to and gain something from it. And the welcome mat is always open if you can make it to Liberia. And we hope you can, because you can really see with your own two eyes what we're accomplishing. And we're pretty excited about that. And, you know, it's a labor of love when you're doing something, even though sometimes it's hard to see the massive benefits. But like when I was there in 2022, I saw it firsthand, and it was wonderful. And when I can connect with our students on social media and they check in with me, or they're posting on our social media sites, it's a really wonderful thing. And one of the things I'm going to put a link in today into this video, besides some of the things I talked about, is our Facebook group. We created a group called Alumni and Students, but we want the broader community that is interested in what we're doing be part of that, because you're going to see sometimes the instructor of the vocational class will post in there and say, this is what my students are doing. Sometimes the students will post something, you know, or they'll comment on a post we did. And it's always thrilling to get their feedback and how much they enjoy the organization, how much they benefited from UDS. And you'll see them say, you know, this is home, this is family, this is something where I gained this, and now this is where I am today. So basically, that's all I wanted to share this time. I was not able to arrange guests. Things are kind of busy over there, but I'm hoping by June 1st, we can do that again. I think it was really fun having Zach and Manfred on last time, and I hope we can do that every once in a while, so you can continue to meet some of our people, what kind of impact you're having with their lives, and just have a closer connection to what we're doing. Also, our next virtual tea time will be in July, tentatively. I have to be careful because it's right now set for July 27th. However, the Liberian Independence Day is on the 26th, so we might have to push it back a week or two just to make sure we're not interfering with that. So there could be a little bit of change there. We'll get back to you on what that is, but it will be either end of July or early August. But again, if you're really interested, just let us know. I'll put the email address in there if you would like to be put on the waiting list. There's no cost to it. It's just a way of getting to know us better, get to connect with our students and staff, and have a conversation. Have a conversation. We're all human beings. We all have desires, challenges, everything. And this is just, it makes it real. I love these events. I would love more people to participate in them and really appreciate what we're doing. So I'm going to end this now. And I just, again, want to thank everybody for what you're doing to really help these young people in Liberia, the children, the youth. You have no idea sometimes what a difference you have made, where they can just go out there and know that, yes, I have an opportunity to do something to better my life. So I'm going to end it there. Have a wonderful May. Again, happy birthday to everybody who was born in May. And I will be checking with you on June 1st. Thank you.